Hey everybody, today we are going to be making this meter. Show a demo real quick with this animation. I got some comments on my video, so I'm going to make a full tutorial. Let's just dive right in. All right. On your keyboard, press O for circle. This is going to be our pivot point. So we're just gonna leave this in the back. We'll call it radius. D-I-S. And then we're gonna duplicate it, Command D. And we're gonna call this mask. We're gonna grab this and make an arc out of it till it's 50%. We can change the color so we can see. Change the ratio. It doesn't really matter, kind of however thick you want your meter to be. This looks good to me. We're going to duplicate this again, Command D. Name this layer black. This is going to be the black layer inside. And then duplicate again, Command D. Make sure you're clicked on your black one, Command D. Name this one gray. All right, that all looks good. What we're gonna do is grab your mask, shift click black and gray, right click, and then say create mask, use as a mask. All right, so that means the black one and the gray one are inside. And let's make sure that this gray one is actually gray. And I'm just gonna grab the colors from over here. All right, and if I move this, it reveals the black underneath. All right, that works. Bring the radius to the front. All right, I'm gonna dial back the opacity. And Command R on your keyboard, or Shift R will bring up your rulers. I'm gonna bring a ruler down here. Go down and grab a polygon. And I'm going to grab from the top to the bottom of that ruler. Put it in the center. Around the corners, we'll just say 40. Make it black. And there's our little meter thing, dial. What is it called? I'm not sure. All right, so we're going to group this. So grab the radius and the little pointer, Command G to group it. Drop the opacity back here. And the circle behind, just make sure that it pivots on an access point. All right, we're gonna grab our mask. The appearance of the mask right here, around the corners to 9. I'm going to move this group slightly over so it's like that. Then I'm going to adjust the gray layer to pull it up to meet it. All right, I'm gonna add some effects now. On the black layer, we're gonna add a effect, inner shadow. The inner shadow is gonna be a gray color. Bring up the opacity. Kind of just adjust it a little bit. I'm going to move this gray one so we can see it further. Looks pretty cool. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is add a stroke onto this dial here. Stroke. And it's going to be a linear gradient. What I want is the light side to be on this side to kind of offset the black. Let me move this really quick so we can see. See that stroke? Sorry if you can hear my dog, she's breathing super loud. All right, that looks about right. I'm gonna just drop this to 0 because we don't really need one on the side. And then I'm gonna add an effect. I'm gonna actually put this back to the center. All right, say effect, drop shadow. And I want this drop shadow to be to the right of it. Oh, make sure you're giving the effect to just the polygon, not the whole thing. So effect, drop shadow. Blur it out. Okay, great. Now grabbing this group, pushing it back down here. That looks good. I'm gonna put this whole thing into a frame, so F on your keyboard. White background's good. I'm gonna move these layers into that frame. I'm just gonna adjust the frame. Can delete this. Adjusting the radius of the corners here. And that looks pretty good. I'm just gonna increase the side size. Okay, great. So we're just gonna call this start. And then I'm going to option drag. So click, option drag to duplicate. And I'm gonna say stop. And what I'm gonna do is grab the dial here, twist it this way, grab the mask, grab the gray part, rotate it to meet up with the dial. All right. Grab both of these, go to this drop down and say create multiple components. Oh, create a component set, my apologies. Shift E on your keyboard or go to the prototype settings. Hover over until you get this plus, drag down. And we're gonna put this on a game keypad. So when I press the key down, it will switch to this one. So change to stop, smart animate, and let's do gentle. 800 should be fine. And then same thing. We'll do game keypad and let's go up. And then the same things over there. Okay. I'm gonna grab a frame, just make a random frame, create that color, drag this out, option drag. And we're gonna play our prototype. And there is our dial, pressing down and up, down and up. If you guys like this tutorial, give me a thumbs up or subscribe to the channel or both. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.